This is Hannibal here from the HannibalTV.com with a daily wrestling news update. They had none other than Drew McDonald and Big E, two of the lowest drawing WWE champions of all time, team up in a match on Raw last night. And surprise, surprise, they scored their lowest rating ever, 0.39. Yet, even more evidence that it was a huge mistake putting that championship on Big E, which I've been saying all along. And Goldberg, by the way, also even appeared on that show, and it couldn't save the show. It was an interview that was done by video, but still, that's really sad. The first time ever that they were in the 0.3s for their flagship show, WWE Raw. Dynamite had a special Saturday episode last week, and they did a 0.28 rating. As I cough here. So, yeah, that's really, really bad. By the way, Tank Abbott's book, which he signed here for me, is now on Amazon. If you search Amazon Tank Abbott, you can now get his book on Amazon. And he's a great guy. There's many interviews with him on this channel. And I hope to see him in January when I think I'm going to be in Phoenix again in late January. So, yeah, maybe I'll be able to facilitate finally an interview with Don Fry and Tank Abbott at the same time. But, yeah, search his book on Amazon. Great guy. And I'm happy that I've become friends with him and his wife. Let's get into the questions. Piper wants to say hi first, though. She's in her sweater because it's gotten awfully cold here. Big E equals small ratings, Stevie TV says. By the way, there was a great interview I did with Sam Houston yesterday, and this Sunday at around 10 p.m., Man Mountain Rock, a.k.a. Max Payne, is going to be doing an interview with me. And, of course, this Friday night, and it's almost sold out. So I highly suggest people go to PCWUltra.com and get your tickets to Friday night's PCW Ultra show in the LA area. It is almost completely sold out. So don't wait to the last minute, but I will be getting interviews at this event as well. And while I'm plugging away, World Class Pro Wrestling returns. Oops, I should delete that one. That is the wrong one. World Class returns December 11th for Christmas Star Wars featuring Mick Foley in the Dallas area. And the World Class podcast is going to restart again next Thursday. So we were going to restart it tonight, but Jerry, the boss Bostic, the owner of World Class Pro Wrestling, his son's football game went log, so we had to delay it. We're going to get it back every Thursday starting next week. There's now going to be apparently an MMA and boxing division of World Class Pro Wrestling in 2021, now that they have a partnership with this special TV company or this streaming service that is going to be involved with World Class Pro Wrestling called StreamNet TV. So Jerry will fill us in on all of that. David, I've said my thoughts on this a lot. He's a bad choice as champion. I think they should get rid of the second champion and just keep Roman Reigns as champion. Bobby Lashley was a better champion than Big E. Big E is not appealing to mainstream people. Not that Lashley was going to be the next Hulk Hogan, but he was a very credible champion. Joseph says, it's a sad day for wrestling. I think Big E or Drew as champ just shows you nobody cares about wrestling. It's not popular for casuals, and it's not gaining new fans. It's sad. X-Pac smoking crack would draw better ratings. Yeah, Beater Car, it would. It really would. When WWE was doing the Jerry Springer style Attitude Era stuff, that was getting great ratings. Scott says Biggie and Drew are terrible. I agree. Why do I deal with the captain? Well, he does give me some interviews that I would not normally be able to get. That's why I deal with him. David Grizzly Smith is dead. Scott, if you want to see a Honky Tonk Man shoot interview, start harassing him about it, because he told me, I tried to contact him when I was in Phoenix last year, or this year. I was in Phoenix this year, where Honky Tonk Man lives. And I said, do you want to do another interview? And I believe I offered him $5,000. And he said he doesn't want anything to do with wrestling anymore. Lee says Raw is bore. WWE Attitude TV, Big E equals big enough. Not sure what you mean by that. Michael Collins, who else on my interview pipeline? I kind of play it by ear. People always offer me interviews. Some people reach out to me for interviews. There's certainly some I want to get. I have requested that Rick Bassman get me JBL to interview myself, because a lot of the fans did not like the interview that Rick Bassman did with JBL, because they thought that they didn't ask him any of the real tough questions. So I did request that Rick ask JBL to do an interview with me. John, should I get trained by Tito or Rick Martel? Rick wants nothing more to do about the business, and Tito won't even train his own daughter. BPJ says Honky Tonk Man is a draw. His shoot interview is your most successful. My shoot interview, the 3-hour one with the Honky Tonk Man, has almost 4 million views, which makes it the highest shoot interview ever on YouTube for pro wrestling. So yes, I am the #1 pro wrestling shoot interviewer. And my channel gets more hits every month than MLW, Ring of Honor, NWA, New Japan Pro Wrestling. So I'm pretty proud of that. David, how's Billy Graham doing? He's in heart failure, but he was feeling down for about a week or so, but his spirits are up, and he's been posting on Facebook. Mop Pop Shop says, good evening. I'll tell you a secret. I only went to bed at 10 a.m. and I got up at 7 p.m. So technically it's still morning to me. I was at the gym from 5 a.m. to 9 a.m. And I'm doing like crazy workouts these days. Thank you. Glad you love this channel. Colonel Quail, people have been asking me, did Billy Jack call me on my birthday this year? No, he did not. So, like, I haven't heard from him since last year when he called me on his birthday, and I was actually very disappointed. He did not call me on my birthday. Billy Jack Hayes did not call me on my birthday. But before I forget, Dr. Peter, one of the big fans of this channel, tipped me $250 American for my birthday. So that was actually my only birthday tip that I got. So thank you, Dr. Peter, for your continued support of this channel. I am working on a Bob Backlund one. Apparently, what I heard from somebody is, well, maybe I shouldn't say this because I don't want heat with Bob Backlund, but somebody says they don't know if he's mentally able to still do interviews. Who knows if that's true or not. Michael, I have a lot of problems finding these credible UFO people to interview. I'm constantly looking for them. If anybody knows some good UFO or paranormal people to interview that are credible and not whack jobs, message me, greatnorthwrestling@gmail.com. So I'm going to call it a night. Have a great night. I'm going to go out and run in a second. Bye.
Thank you for watching the Hannibal TV. Please like this video if you enjoyed it and click the subscribe button to not miss any of our latest shoot interviews, match videos, or news updates. Support us on patreon.com for $1.99 a month to watch our full shoot interviews.